What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for March 7th, 2024. Now, this week that we just closed up on, it had a very good spender portion of the event. What you're about to see this week, kind of lacking, to be honest. There's really nothing for free to play. There's also nothing for spenders out there as far as end game resources outside of like star spawn materials, and that's about it. Now, the week after that, there is something to talk about because it looks like the week after this week's event, which we'll talk in the second half of this video, looks like it might be the big event of the month, since kind of like Easter's the last week. I don't know if it'll be better, but it might be. Let's talk about it. So let's start off with next week's events, because unlike this week's event, we don't really even have a paid spender really bonus on this week. This is purely a AFK style of week. New update, we are getting 4 Imps Adventure dice every single day and 100 mushroom bombs, I believe they're called. That is going to be the campaign event loot currency. We do have a shelter mission. We got Betty, Delacium, Inosuke, and Geester. Honestly, Geester is used for quite a few tenants, so that's not bad. Betty can be the same thing. Betty's great for getting copies towards a Therapist of Blood Betty. And Inosuke, this used to be like something really good to see. However, he's fallen off severely in the early game, so nobody really builds him anymore. Honestly, you need to just get the extra dice to potentially get a 5-star hero chest from the Imps Adventure event. Don't go for the Natalie or the 4Cs. And again, the goal here is to get to 200 points, but honestly, it feels like it's been pretty simple getting to 200 points with the new Smash feature that is in Imps Adventure. You'll probably come away with 2 additional treasure train tickets. Whoopee. I feel like they should at least put 1 ticket like on every single tier. A lot of people can get to the 230 mark though with some good luck, so yeah, keep that in mind. You might get some treasure tickets. Just keep saving them up. We'll tell you when to use these when there is a good regular treasure train event. There is the Jungle of Fantasy to use those mushroom bombs on. Again, going for the star spawn cores is going to be some of the best things for the majority of the player base. Free-to-play players that are in the early game, most likely you're grabbing this Eminent Hero chest that has all the light and dark and regular 4 faction heroes in it, and getting to 2500 should not be an issue. Going for the 3600 chest up here, not usually something we advise. And then eventually, if you have over 2500, just get some heroic scrolls, prophet orbs, or some spirit and gold. There is an adventure package, and this does look like a $100 package because 10,000 gems, 35 dice, 200 of those universal crystal shards to hopefully get something better in here, 25 treasure train tickets, 10 cores of transcendence, and the double loot in Imps Adventure. This double loot does, it seems like, include these guys when the package does come out, so it does mean you'll be able to get more things in the Jungle of Fantasy. But if you're not going all in whale style, that's kind of not even necessary. Like, this pack this week doesn't really mean that much. It doesn't really add much to the game, and it doesn't give you those end game resources. So honestly, even if you are someone who typically buys special packages, this is probably one to skip on. Now, based on what we saw in the March event preview, that means the week after what we're looking at right now is going to be a brand new hero, and that brand new hero is going to come with what looks like a special event. What does that mean? Well, that means it's, of course, another heroic scroll event, but what it means is it might actually be one of those few times going for a regular hero that's not a transcendence hero, because typically the big events normally land on transcendence hero releases, and this is going to land on a regular hero release, and it's going to have some sort of special event. I mean, that orb looks really cool. Reminds me of StarCraft for some reason. I don't know about you guys. It just reminds me of StarCraft every time I see it. And it's not actually attached to the Easter event. So we should have a heroic summoning event starting not this week coming up, of course, that we just showed you, but the week after that, the 14th/15th, we'll be getting that. And then 2 weeks after that, we should see another event with Easter. Now, typically, the way our current event rotation schedule goes is after the Heroic Summoning event, we then have a Prophet Orb event, which means we are still going yet another month without some sort of special Prophet Orb event, which kind of sucks because it feels like it's been forever since we had that. But what the good news is the week after that on Easter should be wishing coins. And it should be similar to, because it's about 4 weeks away from what our current week is, the past week that we just did with the Moonlight Gift and the Starlight Melody. And the hopes is that the Easter event really pays off for wishing coins. Now, the only other thing I could possibly think is that maybe they change the event rotation and make it so that wishing coins comes after scrolls and then Prophet Orbs happen on Easter instead. I really don't know what the combination is. All I do know is Easter will most likely be one of the better events, and we'll really have to break down next week's events on the 14th/15th to see if using Heroic Scrolls outside of a new Transcendence hero is even worth it. It doesn't really matter most of the time, because most of the time when you are doing like a Transcendence hero event, it's a prey event, but most people I feel like are going for that Transcendence hero anyway, so it's like the prey is useful to some people who might not be going for the new hero. But in this event here, it will not be a prey event. It will be specifically to summon for this new hero. And the only other question I have is, what faction is this hero going to come from? So if we actually take a look to see what the most recent heroes that have been released are, we got Dark, Light, Abyss, Shadow, Light, Forest, Fortress. It kind of leads me to believe that this is going to be a Fortress hero, because if we take a look at the months, June is anniversary, so we are what, 1, 2, 3 months away, which means this is not going to be that dark hero that we've been talking about. It would be kind of weird if 2 dark heroes came out in a row. I kind of feel like it's going to be a Fortress, just because, again, the last time we had a Fortress hero for Transcendence was way back at Hyperspace Hunter Islamok. Gaggy was Abyss, which was kind of a letdown. Betty turned out to be really good. G-Ster had some niche uses, but we've had more light and dark heroes lately than anything else, and they've been pretty solid overall. I really hope Fortress can get a damage dealer, because if you take a look at the previous ones, we have Hyperspace Hunter Islamok, pretty much a support hero. We go all the way back to Hyperspace or Starhawk Abyss Helms Young, again another support hero, and then the previous one was the original Transcendence hero, Swordflash Shia, which was the best damage dealer in the game forever. So we'll have to see. It would be nice to get another type of damage dealer. The only other question I have is, what would the class be? We've had Warrior, Mage, Assassin, Priest, Ranger. Thinking Ranger is probably due, and if we really want to take a look at it too, if we come over, where'd my new stuff go? I actually closed it, whoops. If we take a look at the first of the year's info here one more time, you'll notice that, I mean, I guess that could be Fortress-ish. I don't know why it just gives me Shadow vibes with that big like moon scythe thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? So make sure you guys finish out the events tonight. Use those pickaxes, all that fun stuff. And of course, come by our live stream tonight as well, both here on YouTube or on Twitch. We'll be live streaming to both of them. Just let me know which platform you guys enjoy the most, and you can check it out on either one. If you guys are looking for free memberships and free account tune-ups, you might want to check out on Twitch, or honestly just pull up YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Be in chat, and you might actually get lucky and get a free membership or subscription on either platform, which is going to get you guys some account reviews and fun stuff like that for free, because we have a very generous community when it comes to donating, giving gifts to the community, all that fun stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. See you guys hopefully tonight on the live stream.